1 Geschichte.
Did you know that there was a Roblox player who died while playing the game? We'll be sharing the story about it in today's video. So, who is this player that supposedly died while playing Roblox? They go by the name 4NN1. However, they are commonly referred to as Annie. Anyway, they are a Roblox myth based on a creepypasta of the same name. One fun fact about Annie is that they are the most visited Roblox myth of all time, with their main game having over 14 million visits as of June 2025. Basically, Annie is one of the most popular Roblox myths of all time. Now that we know who Annie is, let's talk about the story associated with her. Annie was born on February 18, 2006 and was 10 years old. She was known to have an abusive relationship with their mother. Every time Annie made a mistake, her mother would hurt her. One example of this involves Annie breaking a plate. As punishment for this, Annie's mother killed her dog and fed it to Annie. Yeah, that's right. Annie's mother killed and cooked Annie's dog for her to eat, all because she broke a plate. Once Annie found out about what happened, she tried to end her mother's life. However, this attempt failed. This led to Annie's mother locking her inside of their house and burning it, effectively killing Annie. It's safe to say that this backstory is
Ich habe gedacht, Annie hat das gemacht, obwohl ihre Mutter.
pretty insane. However, there's more to the story. Sometime in the future, a Roblox developer who was becoming popular got a message from Annie, who requested for them to help with developing their game. This confused the Roblox developer, as their chat settings were set to friends only. Furthermore, they were not friends with Annie. The Roblox developer asked Annie if she was one of their sister's friends. Annie denied this, however, and asked the developer to join her game. They simply ignored Annie's messages and moved on with their day. Sometime later, Annie messaged them again and demanded that they join her game. The Roblox developer eventually complied and played Annie's game. The two talked to each other for a bit, after which Annie had to go to bed. Around a week later, Annie asked the Roblox developer to play her game again. They did so, but were put off by Annie putting the sad face on her messages and avatar. Regardless, they spoke to each other while playing. Things took a dark turn, however, as Annie began asking the Roblox developer a lot of weird questions. Some of these included whether the Roblox developer had eaten a raw dog, touched rusty nails, and the location of their home. That seemed weird enough, but it gets even weirder. Annie told the Roblox developer that they couldn't leave the game unless they answered her questions. Despite attempting to stop Annie, they just left the game and blocked her. Fast forward 2 days later and Annie sent more messages to the Roblox developer. She was mad at them and said they cheated by not answering the questions that she had asked. Due to how mad this made her, Annie sent more and more messages, even stating that she was going to end her own life. However, the Roblox developer ignored these messages. They started to play some games on Roblox, which is when things took a turn. Instead of going to the game they wanted to play, the Roblox developer was redirected to Annie's game. They found Annie there looking pretty mad, who then asked the Roblox developer why they were being disrespectful. After being reassured by the Roblox developer, Annie proceeded to calm down. Needless to say, Annie forced the Roblox developer to play with her. Throughout the entire experience, Annie had blood running across her face and her dogs that would reside in her yard were gone. It was also during this time that Annie spoke about her interests in a pretty sad mood. In a nutshell, Annie's mood worsened throughout this entire story. After some time, Annie stated, "It's hot in here," after which they left the game. Why does Annie saying this have any significance? After Annie had left the game, the in-game house began burning and a smiling black figure appeared inside. As of the present day, this was the last time that the Roblox developer had interacted with Annie. So yeah, that's the story of Annie. It's a basic creepypasta about a Roblox player that became really popular. Did all of this really happen? Of course not. It's just a Roblox myth that happened to become very popular within the Roblox community. Let's talk about the history of the Annie myth. Annie's story dates back to December 15th, 2016, which was a while ago. What happened on this day? A Roblox user known as Herschel Layden would create and publish the Annie creepypasta. Throughout the following 2 years, the Annie creepypasta would gain a small amount of attention within the Roblox community, being mentioned on the platform and having some exposure through videos being made on it. However, it wasn't until 2019 that the Annie Roblox myth exploded in popularity. On February 4th of that year, Roblox YouTuber Real Roses Are Red uploaded a video titled, "This creepy girl won't stop messaging me," super scary, Roblox creepypastas. In that video, Real Roses Are Red narrated several Roblox creepypastas, one of which was the Annie story by Herschel Layden. Needless to say, this led to the Annie creepypasta exploding in popularity. By April of 2019, Annie was being talked about within the entire Roblox community. However, it was also in this month that the Annie myth took a huge turn. During that month, the creator of the Annie creepypasta, Herschel Layden, posted a Google Doc explaining that Annie will be retiring and answering questions about the creepypasta. Herschel Layden also expressed their appreciation for all of the support that Annie got. It's safe to say that the Annie creepypasta is no longer receiving updates. This has also led to the account associated with Annie becoming inactive. Something that needs to be noted is that the document regarding Annie's retirement seems to have been deleted, as it cannot be found anywhere. I tried viewing it on the Internet Archive, but it would not load at all. Despite this, there is still screenshots and video footage of this document, so it is still somewhat viewable. Nearly a decade later, there is still discussion about the Annie creepypasta. This shows that Annie has not died down in popularity. Since we've talked about Annie's game quite a few times, let's actually play and see what it has to offer. As can be seen, Annie's game is simply the default starter place with a few changes. Notably, all of the trees and structures in game are pink. I'm guessing that this is meant to fit with Annie's overall aesthetic better. Anyway, like we said earlier, Annie's game is simply the default Roblox starter place, with a couple of changes made to it. There are some things I do want to point out, however. For starters, there are quite a few animals located throughout the map. Some of them include Shiba Inus, bunnies, and cats. It makes sense for there to be Shiba Inus, as dogs played a role in the original Annie story. I'm not sure why there are cats and bunnies though. Along with this, there was a part of the game that had a random object flying throughout the map. I wasn't sure what it was at first, but then I realized it was likely part of a chest that was glitched. One other thing that I wanted to note is that not all of the gears used in-game work. This can be best seen with the gravity coil. When the player equips it, they don't jump higher than normal. This is likely due to the game not being updated since August 11th, 2019, which was nearly 6 years ago. All in all, there's not a lot to Annie's game. It's surprising how it was able to gain 14 million visits, considering it does not have much to offer. What do you think? To summarize everything, Annie is one of the most popular Roblox myths of all time. Having over 14 million visits and lots of recognition, Annie is likely the Roblox myth with the biggest legacy. A lot of Roblox players grew up hearing about the Annie creepypasta, so it makes sense that it has left behind a pretty big legacy. If you want me to make more videos about Roblox myths, then make sure to like and subscribe. With everything being said, feel free to watch this video next.